Somebody just said Rager just had his MVP performance. Oh my God. You have to laugh at it though. You have to laugh at it. The first day of training camp was a solid day. I have to say, I mean, look, it's the first day. I'm not going to take anything too serious on the first day because it's the first day at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't make a big deal about it. You know, I wouldn't go crazy about it, but at the same time, like, it was a solid day. It was a real solid day. When you talk about just the, like, really, I mean, we didn't really find out about any other positions. We didn't really find out about a lot of guys that we're kind of looking for on the first day. We kind of talked about the receivers. You know, so I mean, Devonta Smith probably had the worst day. He didn't catch one ball. I think he dropped one. He dropped one ball today. But A.J. Brown was fine. I mean, everybody was good. Quez Watkins caught 2 touchdowns. Kenneth Gainwell played really good. You know, Miles Sanders was bobbling the ball a little bit today on some of these passes and some of these handoffs today. So, I mean, you know, it was a solid day for the Eagles. It was a solid day for what we were given. TJ Edwards and Marcus Epps, I think they stood out today a little bit. Marcus Epps had the pick on the out route for Dallas Goedert, and then TJ Edwards had the strip fumble on A.J. Brown. So, yeah, it was a good day. It was a good day. It was nothing I could really complain about, to be honest, you know? I couldn't really complain about it too much. But, you know, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. But Rager on the second team, I mean, Pascal didn't even practice today, I don't think. He was out. So Pascal was out today. I kind of want to see where they're going with it, but Pascal was definitely out. So, I mean, they didn't even put Rager in with the ones or even try him out with ones whatsoever, like at all. They had him with the second team, which I was like kind of happy about. So they had him with the second team. So I was pretty happy. Pretty happy. The hell? Let's see here. Can't wait to see week 1 against Lions, Joe. Yeah, I'm pretty pumped, Nathan. I'm pretty pumped about it. No joke. I think it's going to be really good. We're going to look good, man. Just give it time. Give it time. You know, I think Cam Jurgens had all the snaps at center because Kelsey didn't. So if you're expecting a lot of veterans to practice the whole entire training camp, they're going to give a lot of veteran guys rest days. So you already know that's going to happen. Like a lot of these guys are going to get rest days. You know, that's the case to it. So that's what we're going to get out of it. And that's really it. I mean, there's really, like I said, like for a first day, it was Devlin, you looking cute today, bro. What the hell's going on? It should be interesting, dude. I'm like gonna go into training camp and think, hey, you know what? I want to see Kennedy Brooks. I want to see the 4th running back position, see what we have in that. And obviously, oh yeah, Grant Calcaterra had a touchdown today as well, which was pretty good on a post corner route from Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew threw 3 touchdowns today? 3 touchdowns today. So Minshew played really well. I think it's good because we're gonna have a lot of good looks from Minshew, and then going over to what's it called? To Carson Strong. Mason's BG. Kaiser White. Yeah, there really wasn't anything on them today. I mean, the only thing about BG we heard, I mean, he looked healthy. I mean, from what we heard today is he looked really, really healthy. So, you know, which is a good thing. You know what I mean? Nathan says A.J. Brown looks fast. No, he does. He does. I saw that one pass from Jalen Hurts, I think, without any defense. So, obviously, I think Jalen Hurts threw that one pass to him. That was just a regular Kind of threw behind him a little bit. Those are the passes that really piss me off. Those passes from Jalen Hurts are going to piss me off. Those easy like slant passes and he throws behind the receiver. He did it. He did it yet again. Those passes really just, oh God, you got to throw these guys on stride, especially on, you just got to do it. You just got to do it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. But I hope we don't see a lot of that. Like when I see someone run, I mean, he's got no defense chasing him, and he throws behind. That one pass kind of pissed me off a little bit. I was like, he kind of threw behind AJ Brown, and I was like, that's how I was looking almost the whole entire time. Unfortunately, you know what I mean? Because how many yards? Like with these receivers, that's what's gonna happen. So, but. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, where the hell is it at? Chris says, "Can't wait for the pads to come on 11/11. Should be interesting." Yeah, I'm excited for that too. Once we go live hitting, it's going to make a difference. And then once Miami comes into town, it's going to be even a bigger difference. So, Mr. Rudy Poo, what's going on, man? He says, with all that hype on Marcus Epps, it better translate, dude. I think it's going to translate. I really do. He had a pick today on Dallas. He had a pick today. Jalen Hurts threw his one pick today on an out route from Dallas Goedert and jumped right in front of it. I don't know if it was a pick six. Probably not. I don't know if it was. I didn't say it was. But showed up today. I mean, I'm glad that we at least showed up at tight end a little bit today with Calcaterra. We showed up a little bit at safety. Kevon Wallace got the start because Anthony Harris was, I think, limited or out at practice today. So that's pretty much what happened. And he says, I was at practice today. I have to say the coolest thing was being able to meet and talk to Son Reddick. I'll remember that forever. Very, very cool, dude. I'm excited for him even more now. Dude, I'm so jealous you were there. I'm jealous you were there. Man, that would be cool to go to. That would be really cool to go to a training camp practice at the NovaCare. I would love to do that. If I was to pay a few $100 just to do that for one day, even if it's for an hour, I would do it. I would do it. But, dude, that's awesome, man. I have always had a feeling that Hassan Reddick was a really good guy. Styles says, with Rager going off, he would be great for the USFL soon. Yeah, maybe. And Joey says, Jalen Hurts is 74 overall, man, at least 82, maybe at the end of the season. I hope he's like 86, 88. Yeah, if he's like the middle 80s, I'd probably agree with that. Rager, a superstar now. Rand says, what up, Joe? What's going on, man? Mitch Koski, what's going on, dude? So what's good, bro? Chilling, dude. I'm just reminiscing on training camp from today and, a solid day, nothing crazy. We didn't see too many positions. We didn't, nothing was really reported that, was all over the place with a lot of positions today. Hopefully in the near future, we get, see more from the fourth running back spot, more from tight end, more from these backup corners that we have too. I think that's going to be pretty exciting. So this is Fly Shakes. What's going on, Jose? Chris says, why was Epps and Wallace with first team defense? Was it just an experiment? No, Epps isn't. No, well, Wallace is. Well, Anthony Harris wasn't playing today because he had apparently it was because of the virus or something today. Anthony Harris, no. Kevon Wallace wasn't starting for that reason. My camera's crooked. Yeah, I think it is crooked. I like the crooked look, though. I like that crooked look. It's okay. I like that look. I actually changed my lighting today, so I don't look like an orange peel. So, yes. Mr. Rupu's apparently on the Pat McAfee show, we were seriously in on Russell Wilson, but we didn't want to come. Well, even if we were, look how many picks Denver gave up. They gave up. I forgot about the picks. It was like 2 first, a second, a third, a fifth, and it was like 3 players. Like it was crazy. Like it was way too much for me to even get into a trade like that. Don says, "What's the word with the birds buzz?" There's with the birds buzz. What's buzzing with the birds? You mean? He agrees. Says Rager for USFL MVP. Nathan says Jalen looks pretty sharp. Only one bad throw. B. Lewis says I'll be at Umbrella Bowl in Cleveland. Brand Pex is your camera's career. Jason says just watch Hulk Hogan's man. Hulkster can still lay the pipe. By the way, did you watch the Howie Nick press conference? They all seem really confident. I didn't watch any of it yet. I didn't watch any of it yet because I literally did videos and I had some stuff to do today. So Beard XL Gaming, what's going on, man? What's going on, dude? Hope you're having a good day today. Javier Rodriguez says, yo, what's going on? Chris says, what about Tart? Yeah, Tart's going to be interesting. I feel like I want to see Tart. I want to see if Tart could beat Anthony Harris at the safety spot. I want to see if he can actually beat him there. So we'll see. Javian, what's going on? He says, we them boys. Antonio says, dream scenario. What if we trade Rager to the Chiefs for Hardman for Rager? They're not getting rid of Hardman. Are you thinking they're going to get rid of Hardman to have an upgrade in Rager? That's never happening. Hardman is so important to them, especially they just lost Justin Ross to – for he's on IR now with an injury. So they kind of lose their Tyreek Hill kind of speed demon type receiver. Justin Ross is going to be a beast, but now he's hurt. They need some type of speed. I don't think Rager is going to make up for that. To put him on a contender, I highly doubt it. Just don't think that's going to happen. Don says, yeah, I'm interested to see who will win that cornerback 4 spot. You think Jimmy Moreland is only here for competition? I think Jimmy Moreland has probably the most experience out of the whole corner group, backup-wise. You picked him up off waivers. I think he's got the most experience, to be honest. I really do. Jay said, did you see the press conference? Nick and Howie seem really confident, especially Howie. I didn't see it. I kind of saw like a video without the volume on. It kind of came up when I was on the Eagles website today. And they looked like they looked very, like I said, it kind of reminded me of the draft the first night. The vibe seemed really good in the room. You know what I mean? XP, so what's up with Jay? What's the word on JJ? There was no news on JJ today. And Angelo says, Joey, you see Rager making plays. He got 2 touchdowns today with the second team. What corner was he facing? But they never reported what corner he was facing. Look, if I'm a beat reporter at practice and I want to see like who these guys are facing, you damn right I'm going to find out who they're facing. No joke. Yid Martinez said, here comes the Rager hype. No, it's not going to. Not for me. It's not going to happen for me. Chavez says, what was the news on Slay and Bradbury today? Nothing. Like I said, there was only news on like a few players here and there. There wasn't news on everybody, other than they had Slay was like singing in a microphone today. That was pretty much about it. Yo, Savvy B, what's going on, man? Nathan said, I feel like Quez will go off this year. He scored 2 touchdowns today. He played really, he's just getting better. He's just always having a strong camp. He's going to have a very strong camp. And then when Miami comes in, we're really going to see what he comes into, especially being that number 3, the inside receiver this year. And being on that number 3 cornerback this year, I think it's going to be fantastic. Nate says, Joey, at practice, Marcus Epps made one hell of an interception on Jalen Hurts. Everyone kind of sighed because Jalen missed, but man, I was spiked for Epps. Great first day at practice for him. Yeah, dude, like, look, as much as we want Jalen Hurts, we want Jalen Hurts to kind of struggle too. We want this defense to kind of make plays on him as well, so it's not bad to see him make a play. I'm really glad it was Marcus Epps that actually made a play. I was actually really happy about it. Hey, the Gritty, what's going on, man? So apparently Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni have a secret handshake. Oh, God. Oh, God. Fly Style says, can't believe it in the hype to our first game. I know, dude. Trust me. I'm excited just for training camp in general. Ando says, it's rock, paper, scissors, shoot, minus the papers and scissors. Oh, my God. Pepper7 says, last year they said Rager was a god at practice. Yeah, he caught these one-handers. He was tearing it up last year. I was a fool. As well as many others were. We all got tricked. Stay Squad says, was Jalen Hurts good today, you think? I thought he was solid. He threw 1 pick today, and then he threw, obviously with the practice throws that he was making, he threw behind A.J. Brown on a slant pass with nobody covering him. So those passes I can't stand from him, and hopefully that gets fixed because those regular mechanical throws that he has to make those throws. You throw like a 10-yard slant, you got to you can't throw behind him, man. That bothers me. That just bothers me a little bit. Grace says Rager was facing Slay and Bradbury. Yeah, there's no way. He definitely was not facing Slay and Bradbury. You're not going to make me realize that. Chris says, in my opinion, Epson Tart will be our starting safeties. Harris will get cut if Wallace plays really well and stays healthy. I don't know, dude. I think Anthony Harris is better than Wallace. I think Anthony Harris will be our third safety if Tart kind of moves up on the depth chart, to play next to Marcus Epps. I think that's kind of realistic right now, but, that's pretty much it, though. Further says, yo, what's good? What's going on, Further? What's going on, man? Hope you're having a good day, bro. Chris says, I really believe Goodrich will make this team as a fourth safety. Dude, Mario Goodrich is very dynamic. He's rangy. I like his style of play. Like, he reminds me of a Malcolm Jenkins type because he makes really good tackles. I think he could be that moving piece for our defense. Since we have so many bodies at cornerback right now, I wouldn't even keep him at cornerback. They gave him the most undrafted free agent money. They gave him like $216,000. So what I would try to do with him, I try to cross train him to safety. I really would. I would love to have that moving piece in this defense. They paid him a lot of money for some reason. Jack Stahl got all the undrafted money, the undrafted free agent money last year, and he's a really good blocking tight end right now. So now with Mario Goodrich, I feel like he could do more than just compete to be a backup safety. I think he can have a bigger role. Maybe. We'll see, but I feel like you have something. X Pepper 7 says, realistically, our defense is going to give up points. Jalen better be throwing all camp. Yeah. He better throw all camp. He better throw his ass off because once preseason comes, this guy's not getting any reps. Maybe the first game, maybe a couple series. I don't see this guy getting a lot of reps. I really don't. Nate says, we need Hurts, no fail is what you said, Joey. Steak Squad said, any news on Devonta Smith? Devonta Smith didn't catch anything today. I think he dropped the ball today. I think he was like 0-3-1 today. So he didn't really play well today. But it is what it is. I'm not making a big deal out of Devonta. I know Devonta Smith can play. I'm not worried about it. If he's got multiple training camps, a lot of training camps where he's dropping way too many balls, and that's going to be an issue. But he didn't have a great day today. He was the only receiver that really didn't have a great day today. Obviously, other guys I didn't hear about Greg Ward or some of these other guys like obviously Josh Hammond's on here. Weedfall didn't even practice today, so didn't hear anything about Devin Allen. Didn't hear anything about Britton Covey. Nothing like that. So we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. Gary says, when do they start live streaming the practices? They didn't live stream any practices today. I don't know. I kind of woke up a little bit late, so I don't know if they actually live stream the warm-ups. Usually they do live stream these warm-ups. Tommy said, what up, Joey? I really hope Hurts actually gets targets Devonta Smith this year. That pissed me off last year. Yeah, dude, I feel like, using and making Devonta Smith like a number 3 receiver and treating him like, what I mean? Like that last Cowboys game really pissed me off because they threw to him so much just to break Deshaun Jackson's rookie record. And then going into that Tampa Bay wildcard game, that was atrocious. That was the worst game planning I've ever seen. That really pissed me off. That pissed me off more than just losing the game. That, just to be honest, I really wasn't even that mad about losing that game. But the way we lost, yeah, I can see losing, but the way we lost was not good. Mr. Rudy Poo says, I still have hope for Jesse Bates. Limit says, Jalen Hurts' ball looks wobbly. Tommy said, would you rather keep Job or Wallace for safety? I don't know. I got to see what Job could do. I have no idea. That I can't even tell you. I want to see if Job is better than Wallace. We'll see. Pepper says Gardner Minshew and this offense might be nice. Minshew had a great day. He threw 3 touchdowns today. Grant Calcaterra and 2 for Jalen Reagor. He threw 3 touchdowns. He did a good job. He's going to be a good backup for us this year. If we don't move him and, they keep him on the roster, it is what it is. I feel like he is on the trade block. I feel like their teams might call for him if a quarterback gets injured during the season, whether it's before the season starts or training camp or whatnot. I feel like, as a backup, he's going to play really well for us. Nate says Smith will be fine. It's just one drop. I know Smith is a stud. Yeah, I'm not even worried about it, dude. If I like an Eagle says, why are you guys saying our defense going to give up a lot of points? I don't know. I'm not saying that, but MS2K said I'm not an Eagles fan, but y'all shouldn't be worried about the Smith drop. People called Chase a bust in camp last year. Yeah, he was horrible. He was horrible last year. Jamar Chase, you dropped a lot of balls last year. I'm not worried about it. So You seen that duck pass to AJ? Yeah, that pass was weird. Angelo says, I can't believe we have Hassan, Heiser, Tyler, and Dean. This is going to be fun. Those Edwards at the goal line. No more Gary and Singleton. Yeah, dude. It's going to be a lot of fun. I even saw today that the starting linebackers today were Dean and TJ Edwards today. That's what I heard. We got to do so. Jamar Chase also had the drop last preseason. See how that turned out. Yeah, it turned out really well. Rock says, what's going on, Rock? He says, any news on Carson Strong? There was no news on Carson Strong today. Nate Banks says, Devonta literally didn't crack a smile after practice when he went over to sign some autographs. He looked generally pissed about that drop today. Well, dude, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. If he's pissed at himself, then good. I mean, at least he holds himself accountable. You know what I mean? And I know that he's going to do that and he's going to get better. He's got a great work ethic, so I'm not really worried about Devonta Smith too much. But Green Nate says, I want to see Reid Sennett and Carter Strong on the team. Yeah, Reid Sennett's going to be a camp arm, a practice squad arm, most likely. I mean, we won't see him during the season, obviously. But Chris said Shane Steichen needs to make sure Devonta Smith gets more targets this year. Steichen is on the hot seat. Gannon is as well. I totally agree with that. I feel like both coordinators are on the hot seat this year. Because with the weapons we have offensively, can Shane Steichen play design to make this offense successful and to put players in the right position to win football games? And Gannon is the final piece to this defense, in my opinion. So that's how I feel right now. So interesting enough. Tommy says, not really a fan of having another QB named Carson. Rather keep Minshew as backup. I get it, dude. I totally get it. Nate says, I kind of have a feeling Quez will have more yards than Smith. Do you agree? No, I don't know. Definitely not. Devonta Smith by the end of this year will have more receptions and more yards than A.J. Brown and Quez Watkins. There's no doubt about that. Quez is going to have a really, really good year. I think he's probably the most underrated player on our offense right now. So, Gravy says, Hurts had a good stats, but some of the issues still plagued him today. Threw behind Jogga and AJB, missed a wide open Watkins in the end zone, took off running. All of this with zero pressure. Yeah, I get it. I get it, bro. I get it. Watkins back of the end zone, and obviously that slant pass with no defense. And throwing behind A.J. Brown. I totally get it, dude. Totally get it. Levitt says, Nathan, you are a friend, my man. Gravy says, all that say it's day one, so can't look too much. Now, I'm not looking too much into it, dude. I'm just reporting it and having fun talking about it, and that's pretty much it. New York, Jeffy, what's going on, man? So what up, Joey? Happy training camp. Dude, I'm so happy it's here, man. Football's back, finally. I mean, the season's not here yet, but damn, I can't complain about it. Pepper 7 says, how long a leash does Jalen have to perform? If we don't see anything by week 8 or 9, or at least see that there is a step going forward into something that really special with his skill set and taking that big step forward, I mean, I'd probably give it till that time, but I still want to give a whole year evaluation regardless. But it's more pressure on him this year for no doubt about it. Big Ed said, went to Jakeem today, and holy smokes, do they not like Hurts? No, I don't know, man. I feel like they go back and forth. I feel like I know a couple guys were, I think some guys got some smoke the other day on Jakeem Sports the other day talking about Hurts. And I mean, I don't even talk about Hurts that way. Like, I have my flaws and my issues with Hurts, but I don't think he's going to be that bad. That's just me, but it's yet to be seen what's going to happen. Nate says, Brees Quez is going against the third cornerback. Yeah, dude, that's why I think he's going to – I mean, he had 647 yards, plus all the missed opportunities Hurts had with him being open, with only 2 drops for the year for Quez Watkins. Come on, dude. Big Ed, what's going on, man? Flag Eagle said, would you rather Gannon run a 3-4 front or 4-3? Now, Elliott Shore Parks tweeted out at practice. I don't really listen to Elliott Shore Parks that much, but I'll believe what he sees. Apparently, they ran a lot more 3-4 than 4-3 today defensively. So, and they didn't say who was lined up or anything like that. Like, first day, they had an hour of practice today, an hour. That's all it was today. So, it wasn't much. Hilly Grady says, did you see the Derrick Henry vid with his daughter? I did not. Jevy says, sounds like Devonta Smith is creating quite the buzz at Eagles camp. I mean, he had a drop today. I don't think he even had a catch today. So I'm not even worried about it too much. Ball's life forever. I'm scared Devonta will once leave. I don't think he'll leave at all. Brad said I could see getting 3,825 passing touchdowns. Yeah, I would say 3,800. I would say 3,800 plus 20, and I would say 30 or more touchdowns this year. There's no doubt about it. Nathan, stop trolling, Nathan. Anderson Duke said, prior to the season starting, how are you prioritizing the draft next year? Prioritizing the draft next year? I'm going to go by who's really leaving this roster after this year. If I had to really guess, you're losing Brandon Graham, which is going to be huge after this year. I don't think he's coming back. I think you go into free agency and give money to a safety, whether you trade for Eddie Jackson or you make some type of move at safety for Jesse Bates, or if that happens beforehand this year, who knows? I think they go into the draft next year and get the top edge rusher. And this is only if Jalen Hurts works out and they don't have to trade up for a quarterback. So I feel like defensive end, they get defensive end corner, and they get a offensive lineman, probably a left tackle, I would have to say, because Dillard's not going to be here next year. His fifth-year option's over $12 million. The Eagles aren't paying that and picking him up unless they release him and then re-sign him again for a cheaper deal, as a depth guy for the Eagles behind Jordan Mailata, so we'll see. Bobby says, they'll blame the coach, sign him to a big extension. Grady says, also check out the debate drilled Hurts. Minshew ran next to each other, zero air under Hurts ball compared to Minshew. They said, I think Gary Vincent might currently be in the lead for the final cornerback spot if they have 5, but we'll see. Made some plays today. I think it'll come down to their SD play most likely. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Yeah, he's gonna be used for special teams, but at this point with Gary Vincent Jr., is it Gary or Carey? I forgot if it's Gary Vincent or Gary Vincent Jr. I think maybe they keep 6 instead of 5. I would say 6. I wouldn't say they keep 5 right now. Metalli says, how would you rate Hurts day one on a scale from 1 to 10? I would say he was a 9 today. I would say he's a 9 because he wasn't perfect today, because he threw a pick and he missed Quez Watkins wide open in the back of the end zone today. And obviously I wouldn't say it was just a specific warm-up throw on a slant pass to A.J. Brown. He passed behind him. So I'd say a 9. I'd say just a 9 today. Cindy, what's going on, man? Tommy says 10 games of the season, we should be at 7-3 or 8-2 for Hurts to get that leash extend. Ryland says, hey there, Shakes. Our boys looking pretty good today. I love hearing that Dean and Edwards were in there drilling. Music to my ears, dude. Just hearing that Edwards and Dean were starting today is a really good sign. Love it. Paris says, Quez or Freddie Mitchell? Quez, bro. Aaron says 4,000 yards, only 250 a game. I think he's hitting that mark. Yeah, I think he will. I think he has to. Nate says, who's faster, Smith or AJ? Oh, Smith, dude. I think Smith's faster. Definitely. Even though AJ's fast, because it's really weird. Even when Ian Rappaport talked about the Eagles today on NFL Network, that getting AJ Brown, like his yak yardage is so amazing, like that he reminds him of like a running back. Like AJ Brown looks like a running back when he has the ball in his hands, and he does. He looks like a Deebo Samuel type running back when he has the ball in his hands. Paris says Darius Slayer, Lito Shepard. Oh man, Lito was good though. Lito was really good. Lake says we need to make this run first offense. Ernest says Dillard for Eddie Jackson. No, that's definitely for this year. That's definitely not happening. They said Malik, you were smoking some. Anything on Bates? Nothing so far, man. Next shift says Noah Sewell, Penny Sewell brother, linebacker, Oregon Ducks. Kid is a stud. Oh, it's Carey. Kary. See, he says our offense is absolutely nasty, man. Huge potential here. Yeah, I think there is huge potential, man. I want to see as the training camp goes on. We'll definitely cover the training camp tomorrow. We'll have another stream tomorrow on top of it. Jay Chung said, what's going on? What happened? Nothing. We're good. Vivid says someone's production will fall, whether it's Goddard, AJ Smith, or Quez, unless you're having Hurts throw 45 to 50 pass attempts because you have so many weapons. It's hard to spread the ball. Because I feel like they're gonna pass a little tiny bit more. I don't think it's gonna be a big difference. I feel like they're still gonna run a lot. but they're going to balance it out. And no, you can't spread the ball to everybody fairly every single game. That's definitely not going to happen. Angelo says, any news on Jordan Davis today? No, there was nothing on him. Next shift says, Joey Shakes, new camera, bro. Looks Chris, homie, a new name. Dig it. Oh, your new name? No, it's not my camera. It's actually my light. My light is almost to the roof, and it's kind of pouring down on me. I actually fixed my lighting a little bit, so it looks better. Rolls says, Smitty getting swole. Clean up Bergane take flights that only a hater could see a perfectly thrown ball in the end zone fade and say, but the other guy did it better. Malik says, I want to put Dak Prescott on his backside. Trust me, I want to put Carson Wentz on his backside. I want some quarterbacks to be legless after we're done with them. Malik B says, Jordan Davis to flatten Prescott. Which King says, do you think Driscoll will start at right guard? I don't think so. I think Samal is going to take that spot, and then Driscoll is going to be that swing right guard, right tackle. Because I think he's a better right tackle than a right guard. He's a solid right guard, but I think Samal is going to take that spot. I mean, the good thing is Cam Jurgens, Kelsey just not practicing today. Jurgens actually took all the snaps. Jurgens took all the snaps today at center. So Zigo said, I can't wait for one. I'm so hyped. Our linebacker, in my opinion, will be huge difference makers this season. You need good linebackers to compete these days. No, that's totally true, but you need the blitz. Okay, and you need to fill those holes up. I think you're going to have Dean on a lot of blitz packages this year. I mean, I can't wait. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with these linebackers. They did say, Joey, I broke up with my girlfriend because she told me she's a Jalen Reagor fan. Yo, Tim, he says, what are your thoughts on Jordan Howard working out with the Saints? I mean, look, he needs a job, so. If the Eagles aren't interested or they're not keeping him around or they're not calling him, I mean, it is what it is. Like, Latavius Murray's still available out there if they don't think Kennedy Brooks. I want to see what Kennedy Brooks could do before anything. Next shift says, who's your starting lineup, O-line? You have Mulata, Dickerson, Kelsey, and Samalo and Lane Johnson. Probably going to be our O-line this year. Pause. Backside. Why? Because I said backside like 3 times. Nate says, Joey, who's better, Daniel Jones or Zach Wilson? Oh, that's a toughie. That's a tough one, actually. I'd probably say Zach Wilson. I think he's just had a better career so far, but I could be wrong. Big Z says, so excited for Hurst to take a step this year. Jay says, no, what happened in training camp? A lot of stuff happened, man. A lot of stuff happened today. About Jordan Howard. Marcus says, can we talk about Miles Sanders for a minute? Sure. He bobbled the ball a little bit today. He really didn't do much today. There's not really much to go off of what he did today. I heard Carson Wentz was throwing dots. Yeah, I heard he had a really good camp first day. Really good camp. Marcus says, why do people hate him so much? Who? Miles Sanders? I don't know. I don't hate Miles Sanders at all. Malik B says, Derek Barnett, how does he look? Because penalties after player jumping off sides. There was no news on Derek Barnett today. No news on Barnett today. Ziegler says, I'm actually ready to move on from Jordan Howard. He can't stay on the field. Plenty of big backs out there that can do the same. Yeah, that's the issue. He has these shoulder, neck, stinger injuries. He gets one injury. He's out for multiple weeks. It's happened 2 years in a row. You know what I mean? It's happened 2 years already he's been here. So, the Eagles got to make sure that this guy's like, is his shoulder and his neck okay? Like, because without that, I think he's fantastic. I love Jordan Howard. I'm a huge Jordan Howard fan. Chris says, Shakes, I want this defense to put fear in wide receiver, running backs, and tight ends when they come across the field. I need aggression. I hope that Jonathan Gannon is going to be aggressive and not passive with this soft zone coverage and letting these tight ends and receivers off the line and just giving up yards for no reason. Flag Eagle says, do you think Gannon can maximize our talent on defense? If not, who would you rather have? I would, if it's not going to be Gannon after this year, if he gets fired, I'd say Vic Fangio. Vic Fangio took the year off, okay? I wanted Vic Fangio this year because when Gannon was getting all these head coaching interviews, I was like, yeah, let's try to change this up right now. Let's see what happens. Nate says, guys, one key to life, if you ever meet a Jalen Reagor fan, run away. Tim said, which teams do you think our second string O-line would be better than? Our second string offensive line be better? A lot of teams. I mean, a lot of teams that are rebuilding. Like I'd say they're better than the Bears. They're better. I say they're better than the Jets. I say they're better than a lot of teams. To be honest, there's a good amount of teams that second line could take over. G says, "Sup, Joey? How we feeling? I'm feeling good, dude. Training camp just started. We're getting ready to go. I'm pretty pumped, man. I'm pretty pumped. I can't wait." Bob says, Zach Wilson is Colt McCoy. Gravy says, how is Reddick lined up today at 4-3? Assuming a 3-4 he edge, but how about 4-3? I don't know. Like they didn't report everything today. Like anything that I heard was all I heard today. I heard nothing on Hassan Reddick. I heard they ran a little bit more 3-4, but I don't know who lined up. I don't know. They didn't really say who lined up defensively, like position-wise and player-wise. Nate says, Joey, who's better, Jalen Hurts or Carson Wentz? Jalen Hurts, 100%. No doubt about it. Mark says, I wasn't saying you hate him, bro. I was saying everybody wants him gone. Seems like well, dude, he hasn't proved he's a top 15 back in the league yet. And I think part of it is 2020 to 2021 in 2 seasons, they barely ran with him. It's not even his fault. Okay. But what I'm saying right now is Miles Sanders isn't going to be a Philadelphia Eagle next year. I'm getting prepared that Miles is not going to be here. I don't think he's going to be here. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't. Pepper says Miles and Gainwell fall after a gust of wind. Jace Young says, wait, what Jalen Hurts was up and down because Goose says that he's up and down. Yeah, he threw a pick today to Marcus Epps. He missed Quez Watkins in the back of the end zone and decided to run instead of pass to him. He threw a slant pass with no defense after him to A.J. Brown, and he threw it behind him. He still caught it, but Aaron says, what does Huntley do on special team? Because to me, he's just holding up a spot, and we need some power backs on our squad. I feel like he just never really had a chance, man. I feel like Huntley has a lot of talent. He's just always had too much competition in front of him, unfortunately. Next says, I want Vic Fangio too. Look at what he did with the Broncos last year. Even what he did with the Bears back in 2017 to 2018, he turned them into a top 5 defense. You know what I mean? He did a good job with them. Aaron said, what good, Joey? Hope you're well, bro. I'm super hyped for this upcoming season, dude. Aaron, me and you both, man. I'm pretty pumped. It's gonna be interesting. Very interesting. Chris says, why can't Kenny Brooks be our short yardage bag? Well, I mean, that's what I'm trying to figure out. If they're going to, if he's trying out to be like that 4th running back, he's not going to have a lot on his plate. But I feel like you have to see what he does first before you go out and get Latavius Murray or bring Jordan Howard back or do something at the position if that's what you're trying to do. Kyle says, our 2-string O-line is nowhere close to the Jets' first O-line. Becton was hurt last year. Becton's their best player. I mean, Becton's their best player. You take him out of the picture, I think they're still great or as good. I think Dillard's pretty solid. So, but if Becton's being hurt doesn't make the Jets' offensive line great if he can't stay healthy. It says, Joey, don't lie to yourself. I know he's your QB, but Carson as of right now is better. And a passing aspect, yes. I don't know what Hurts is going to bring us this year. And a passing aspect, he is better. 100%. The best way to use Carson Wentz is extending plays outside the pocket. Outside the pocket, he's a gunslinger. So I just don't like Carson Wentz. So that's how I am. I'm not trying to be biased, but exactly what I'm saying, bro. They haven't used him. Tim says, happiest news of the day was Rager was in the second stringers today. Well, he was in second stringers, and he played really well. 2 touchdowns today. But Jay says, I have a question. What does it mean Jalen Hurts is up and down for the summer? Does it mean he might not play for the No, dude. I mean, he's not. I don't think Hurts isn't going to play a lot of preseason this year. I know for a fact he might have at least, I don't know. I'd say as of right now, he might play a series or 2. If it was me, I'd put him in for a series or 2 for the first game. Treat that second preseason game like the dress rehearsal. Put him in for a quarter or 2. I'd say just a quarter, be on the safe side. And the third game, just bench him. I mean, that's what I would do. Eagles Fly, it's been a while. How you been? How you doing, Eagles Fly? Doing good, man. Tommy, what's going on? He says, Joey, just curious. Do you think Eagles Nation could actually say Hurts is better than Dak yet, or do we need to see more? I need to see more. it's yet to be determined. I don't know what he's bringing to the table this year. With a full off season with the Eagles, obviously, and coming off a year and a half of football, that's really it. 4 to 5 games in 2020, a whole season. Even early in 2021, I couldn't really go crazy on Jalen Hurts because he was still playing on like a rookie year. He only played 4 to 5 games in 2020, like I said. So he hasn't, if he played 2 seasons and he's going to his 3rd year, it's a different story. If he started all of 2020 and 2021, it's a different story right now. But Jay says, what up, Joey? I'm sure you heard that my man Rager had no drop. No, he was good today. But how can I believe any of it, though? Sanders an Eagle next year. Ernest says, Huntley brings nothing different from our other backs. Round says, you be pissed off? What? Pissed off about what? Tim said, Jordan Howard was the best running back the Eagles had last year by far. Everything had changed for the Eagles in the Lions game last year. They started running with Howard. Yeah, that Lions game changed almost, and that's when Miles Sanders got hurt because he was running actually really good, and that was when he got hurt in that game. It was horrible, man. It was horrible, but who's our goal line running back? I don't know. It depends who they want to use. Sometimes they like using Boston Scott. Sometimes it really just depends. I would like to use a bigger back. I would like for that to happen and not run with Jalen Hurts and do in red zone and goal line. I would like to not use Jalen Hurts for those moments all the time unless we really need to do it. Joe, what's going on, man? Say, what up, Joey? Fat Boy Shakes. How's it going? Juicy fruit and sherbet ice cream. I hope all is well. It's getting out. Broncos got this. Bet Eagles won't make it past the 2nd round. You'll see, dude. You're going to see what the Eagles do this year. You will see. Chris says, I love Miles Sanders, but injuries are being able to be a better pass catching running back has hurt him. Sanders is a good runner. He had 5 yards a carry last year. Howard and Blunt, Eagles' best backs in the last 5 years. Jake says, if I was the Eagles, I would put Jalen Hurts in every preseason game for 1 quarter. Not every game, no. I wouldn't do that. That's too much. I say a couple series for the first. You put him in for a quarter for the dress rehearsal, and then the 3rd game, you just sit him. That's what I would do. Paris said Broncos running back fantasy sleeper. Round says, my bad, man. My message got split into 2. I was asking if Sanders is an Eagle next year. Would you be pissed off? No, I mean, I'd be pissed if we pay him a lot of money. Yeah. You have an offensive line with depth right now. You don't need to pay mid-tier contracts or high contracts for running backs. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do it. You really don't. Chris says, Joe Gassi, why are you constantly trying to? Oh, no. He's cool, Chris. He's cool. Joe's cool, man. He busts my balls all the time. He busts me in Philly's balls all the time, but he's a cool dude. Don't mind him. He always calls me fat boy shakes and tubby 500. He always calls us that. He's a cool guy. He's cool. Gravy said, just read again and Reddick dropping back in coverage today for the most part, aside from 1 blitz. Say he said Jordan Davis run behind Jordan Mailata. That would be funny as hell. Tommy says, do you play fantasy? I don't, unfortunately. I'm too biased, man. I couldn't do it. Yeah, no, I'm fat. No, he's fat. I'm his friend. My job's teasing him. Joey like me, played college ball. Both of us were linemen. It's our culture in the trenches. You can't tell he doesn't mind. No, you're good, man. You're good. Ernest says, no need to pay average backs. No, dude. You can go into the 3rd round of the draft to the 6th and get a quality running back to produce behind this monster offensive line for years to come. I'm not even kidding, dude. I'm not even kidding. God Dog Advice says, a lot of draft mocks right now have us drafting Bijan Robinson with the first of our first. Do you think we take a running back in the first in the next draft? So if Sanders, Gamewell, and Brooks solidify their spots? No, it's a waste. I don't draft a running back in the first round unless he's a generational talent. I'm not just drafting a guy in the first. I'm not drafting a guy top 10 first round just because of statistics. Like, he would have to really sway me. So, like I said, the Eagles are off tomorrow and come back 29, 30, 1, 2, 8, 4, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is their training camp. So they're off tomorrow? So the Eagles are definitely off tomorrow? Tommy says, why not draft a running back in the round 2 next year? Javier Barrage says, Jordan Howard is working out for the Saints. Should we let him walk? Depends. I think Latavius Murray would be a perfect fit here. Yeah, he's cool, man. He's cool. No, I think Howard. Look, if Howard signs, he signs. But I think Latavius Murray would be a really fit. I mean, he's 32 years old, but man, he averaged over 4. I mean, look, Miles Sanders might have had a bad year last year, but he averaged over 5 yards a carry, which is great. So there's something there. You know what I mean? So I mean, Latavius Murray had averaged over 4 yards a carry, over 500 yards. He had a bigger role with the Falcons. Here, he won't have as big of a role. Like, a lot won't be on his plate as the fourth running back. He'll be used in a situation for short yardage and obviously goal line or whatever the case may be. 6 touchdowns for Baltimore last year. He had a really good year for 32 on a 1-year deal. It's something cheap. Just bring him in. If you don't like Kennedy Brooks, bring him in, man. Roland says, would you trade Kareem Hunt for a second? Nah, dude. Like, I don't want to give up picks. You want to give up a second-round pick for Kareem Hunt? No way. I'd be pissed if that happened. Ramsey, what do you think about the undrafted free agent rookie running back Brooks? I think he's great. He runs a 4.59. He ran the same 40 as Alvin Kamara and Devin Singletary. Okay, what I like about Brooks, he reminds me of Le'Veon Bell a lot. And has that bruiser mentality with it. So he's not as fast, but he runs between the tackles really well. He's got patience. He's got really good vision. Once he gets to that second level, he gets into another gear, and he's just really physical. If anyone comes near him, he gets really physical. That's why I like him so much. Plus, he played with Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts used to hand the ball off to him at Oklahoma as well. So that says, or Mostert. He says, this team is stacked and we have multiple first-rounders next year. Yeah, but our first-round picks for next year depend on what Jalen Hurts does. That's what it depends on. So, says, okay, we haven't too many breaks. If week 1 starts and the Lions win from hitting us in the mouth, then I wouldn't be surprised. The first game is always a toss-up game. Teams that should win usually don't win. Teams that lose, teams that shouldn't win usually always win sometimes. Like, the first week is always a toss-up game. So which team is going to be more prepared and ready? The first game is always a toss-up game. Doesn't matter what team looks better on paper, So, yeah, they could lose that game, but I hope they don't. So if I said I'd take cornerback and Jordan Battle next year in the first if Hurts proves himself this year. I totally agree, man. I'd take a defensive end and a cornerback in the first round next year. There's no doubt about it. Tom says, honestly, they got to decide between Gainwell and Scott. They're both the same build. No need to have what you could do, get a bruiser at running back 3. I don't think Gainwell and Scott are not the same player. Gainwell is not that small to where, like, he's got that sneaky speed towards him. Like, I don't think Gainwell has like some special running skill set. I think Gainwell is just productive because where they line him up, he's got good vision. 9 out of 10 times he makes the first guy miss. They put him in the passing game. I think there's good things to take from Gainwell. You know what I mean? Like, I think he'll be in the rotation next year. I don't think he'll be the lead back next year, but I think he'll be in the rotation. And if they put him at the lead back, then I'm fine with it. But I feel like they're still going to upgrade the running back position next year, whether it's which I think is going to be the draft or maybe a free agent if it costs very cheap. But I wouldn't even do that, because you don't need to pay money to guys like that. Next shift is August 12th, August 21st, August 27th, preseason games. Let's go. Yeah, dude, I'm pumped, dude. Brad Peck said we should get LJ Skinner in the draft. He's from Boise State. He is a beast. Ronald says, Joey, what team puts mediocre running backs behind a talented O-line and does it successfully? I'm trying to understand where you're coming from. I'm not saying you put mediocre. I'm not saying you could put a crap running back behind this offensive line. I'm saying look what Dallas did with DeMarco Murray and the Darren McFadden, like guys that aren't, what they used to be. The Patriots have been doing it for years. What Patriot running backs are successful on other teams right now? I'm trying to even figure that out myself. I could be wrong, but the Patriots have always had a plug-in mentality when it came to running back for years. So I'm not saying any running back can run behind it, but all I'm saying is they can get somebody that has a little bit of, production, and the offensive line will do a lot of work, for a plug-in type running back type player. That's what I'm saying. Boston Scott will be cut. That would be interesting. Levi says, I like Brooks a lot. Different running back. Should do well behind the Eagles' excellent offensive line. Brandon F says, I'm really hoping for Hurts to do well. I don't know what to believe with all the fake news about him going around. I totally get it. Not a perfect day for Hurts. I ranked, if you ranked him 1 out of 10, 10 being a good day, I feel like he was a 9, an 8.5 to a 9 today. So next says Goff had 91.5 GPR last year, so we got to be careful. Chris says Miles Murphy will probably be one of our first picks in 23. He's a really explosive defensive end. Flag Deal says, what would you do if Hurts has a solid year and we use that those first-round picks elsewhere and he regresses the following year? Well, I mean, that's the sacrifice that you have, dude. Like, that's what happens. Like, if he has a fantastic, fantastic year this year, we give him a contract and he has a bad year next year, dude, that could be any player, dude. I mean, if he has that good of a season this year, there's no way he's going to play that bad the year after. There's no way. You know what I mean? It's not like he got injured. He's come back from an ACL or, Achilles injury after he got paid or something like that. Then I can understand, but that's with every player. Like, what if Devonta Smith, has a great year this year and is horrible next year? You could almost say that about any player, Doug says, who would you think will be the starting linebackers? I think it's going to be Kaiser. It could be Kaiser White at the Mike, TJ Edwards at the will, and obviously you have Son Reddick probably going to the Sam linebacker, most likely. I mean, you could have that. Wild Beast. Davenport, what's going on, man? Said Jalen Hurts was throwing dots today. Yeah, he was doing all right. He wasn't perfect today, but I thought he played pretty well. I thought he played pretty good. Pretty good for a first day. Pretty good for a first day today. You know what I mean? Tommy says, I'd be all in on drafting that boy Travis Hunter when he's eligible first. He's a freak athlete. Yeah, I gotta see more of what's going on with the draft next year. I don't know what they're doing. Why am I getting so many notifications on Twitter right now? There's like over 20 plus notifications. Oh, Jesus Christ. God. Oh, God. There's a fight going on Twitter right now. It's not about the Eagles, but Gustavo says, good Patriot running back I could think of is Curtis Martin. Well, didn't Curtis Martin play for the Jets? God, Dog Advice said, if Cam Lewis and Jurgens performs really well at right guard this year, we wind up drafting a center in the second round again in the next draft. No, I think Samalo's taking that right guard spot. I don't know. Is he in competition with Samalo and Driscoll? He could be, but he might cross-train just in case we need another center this year. God forbid. But I don't know. I think Samalo's taking that spot, and then Driscoll will be that swing right guard, right tackle for us. I think that's what's going to happen. Dog says, if Cox plays good this year, do you think they would bring him back for another year? No, he's done. He's not coming back. That's the reason why they released him and redid his contract, so they would actually save a little tiny bit of money, and the dead cap hit wouldn't have been as bad. The dead cap went from 40 million to 12 million from redoing his whole entire deal. So they said there's a lot of crap going on today with content creators and stupid drama bullshit today. So Tommy said, if Hurts balls out this year, I'm not really into the idea of paying him a top 5 QB money. The number is going to only go up with Kyler and Lamar. I totally agree with that. I totally agree. Like, it's going to keep going up. I'm afraid what they're going to pay him. I hope he plays beyond expectation really good. Not just a little bit good. He had a better year. I needed him to have a literally a different year where we don't even recognize who Jalen Hurts is this year. No joke. Ron said, I guess see your point, bro. If Miles has a season we all think he'll have, I really feel like our running game will not perform the same without him behind this whole line. That's just me. Look, I don't. If you're already going to pay, if Hurts works out, and you're already going to pay a quarterback. I do not see. Okay, I do not see the Eagles paying a running back. I'm just saying, dude. I'm just saying. So. Jake Elliott got to go. Why? He had a good year last year. What do you mean he's got to go? Fucking Eagles said, what kind of contract do you give Hurts if he balls out this year? Is he going to make 45, 46 a year? Like, I don't know. I don't know. He's got to play for me to even say what he's going to get paid or what I think he's going to, where in the certain percentile of top 15 quarterbacks, where he's going to get paid and what the number is going to look like. I have no idea. Brand says, did you read my message? I read your message about Skinner. I read your message about him. That was it. Who do you think will be cornerback 3? Well, I mean, as of right now, you have Bradbury, Slay, and Maddox. Like, Maddox is your inside guy right now. So, what's going on, Jacob? Jacob said they did fancy draft with Radams. I draft Mahomes. Tommy says, I want Hurts to have an amazing season, but I absolutely could not give him that bad. It's just, yeah, you're going to have to, man. Like, you have to pay a quarterback. Like, luckily, we've had 2 really good drafts, and we made some really good moves for the future. So, thank God. You know what I mean? Like, that's the good thing. Like, who knows? Maybe Jalen Hurts will say, look, like, I want to help this team. Like, I want to get paid, but I want to help this team in the cap as well. So, I don't want to hurt the cap space and from any moves that the Eagles are going to make. I feel that he could do that, but I don't know if he's going to do that. You know what I mean? Like, getting your second contract in the NFL is where you stabilize your financial stability. Like, that's where you start your money. Like, that's your money starter coming off your rookie contract. So that's why I don't blame guys trying to get as much money as possible and they're going to sign their second contract. So I said Maddox. Paris says if Hurts balls out 4 years, $75 million. Brand says, have you seen him? I haven't, no. Ron said, I think Hurts will rise on occasion if Hurts season, boys. Gustavo says, in order to Hurts to get $40 million, he has to take us to the NFC Championship game or Super Bowl. He really has to blow us away to earn that amount. Yeah, I don't think a playoff game. I don't think winning the East and winning a playoff game. I think winning the East and getting a playoff game will get him a contract, but not for that much. Not a Kyle Murray contract. I don't know. I mean, Kyle Murray doesn't even deserve that contract, to be honest. You know what I mean? Like, I get it, but God Dog Advice says you have to pay your franchise QB. Should Hurts prove to be one? I hope he is, but if he blows us away, if he really blows us away this year, then they're going to have to give him whatever he wants to have. Whatever he wants. You know what I mean? Like, his agent takes care of that. So I don't know what they're going to give him. I don't know. Ernest says Hurts knows he needs a team around him. If he takes all that money and would happen, this is where his leadership intangibles come in. Ron says Dean, though, I'm excited to see what Dean does with his defense. I think he really turned this defense around with his skill set. Yeah, I hope so, man. I hope so. Because I think in the beginning, like, they're going to use him. I'm hoping what Gannon does is use him on a lot of blitz packages and just moves him around and just be menacing on the line of scrimmage. Just be menacing and make teams nervous that he's coming. Like, I want him to be feared. Like, no joke. Yeah, I'll watch a lot of guys when the time comes, man. Right now, I'm just worried about training camp and stuff. Fly Like Eagle said, do you think Hurts will give us a hometown discount? Yeah, I don't. That's what I'm trying to question. I don't know. That much of a discount? Probably not. GG says, Rager caught 2 touchdowns today. He's balling. Yeah, he's probably feeling really good about himself. So. Dude, there's a huge battle going on. It's pretty bad. Brad says, what's the fight? It's just content creators. Like, there's just crap going on. It's just like all I care about is the Eagles training camp right now. I can give a crap less about anything else. Thursday, I need emotion from Hurts. Oh, he gives you emotion. Trust me. Balling on the second team. Dog said, I had Jordan Davis and Nakobe Dean mocked up the Eagles at many points last year. I'm very happy we stole Dean. In the third round, dude, it was a steal. Whoever spread that rumor about him being injured, thank God. Thank God. He says, what's going on? Ernest Wallace says, with no pads, this is where Rager balls. He needs to go play flag. Chris says, B. Ron says, we can't believe a damn thing Rager does at practice. That's the problem. No, we can't. Last year, we all got tricked. We all got fooled. It was pretty bad. It was actually pretty bad, I got to say. G said, what about what color was JJ's umbrella today? I don't know. His mother was definitely there holding it over his head, so he wasn't too hot in the sun today. So that sounds good next year. Round says, one hand catches over Slade, didn't do a damn thing for us versus the Giants. Next says, I'm seeing a flight kind of. I got to go out the flight, but is who we think it is. Yeah, I'm not going to say who, but I don't know. You could be right. You could be right. Jesus, up, Randy. Brandon said, like up the stream. Thank you so much. There's 132 in the stream, guys. Thank you for coming into the stream. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel. Definitely hit the like button if you guys haven't. We're going to be going over training camp every single day. Apparently, we don't have training camp tomorrow, so I'm not sure what's going on. That really sucks. I was looking forward to tomorrow, like a lot. But if you guys haven't, definitely check out the memberships in the pinned comment as well for extra content. We've been putting out some extra content just in general, so definitely check those out as well. They're there all year. So there's a lot of people. I can't even count how many people. Thanks, Squad. What's going on, man? Hope you're having a good day, dude. Sierra Weber says, I didn't see Jordan Davis today. Was his group not projecting today? Also, there appear to be 4 QBs throwing, not only Jade. Well, yeah, you got Sinnott, you got Strong, you got Minshew, and Jalen Hurts. I mean, yeah, they probably all were, but I'm only going off of what I heard today from, I'm not at training camp. I can't see what's going on. I can see videos that they put up. I could see the news that these beat writers are, doing and what they're saying and the stats and who's doing what and who's doing what, all this stuff going on. So Benjamin says, how many yards do you think Brown going to have this season? I think to be honest with you, I think you're going to have 2,000-yard receivers this year. If everything goes well, I think Brown can have 1,000 yards. I think Devonta Smith can have over 1,000 yards. No joke. I think that's how explosive I think this offense is going to be this year. No joke. And it's not 1,000 yards for Brown. I'd say I would say 845 to 960. And I'd say close to 1,100 yards for Devonta Smith or more. Not even kidding. That's how crazy it is. G says, who's got beef? Concrete drama to me is hilarious. It's stupid, man. I stay away from that crap. I'm done. How do you feel about special teams? I mean, I feel good. I mean, hopefully we just need to find a good kick returner and punt returner. Hopefully with Devin Allen and Britton Covey, somebody could take over, and we could start actually having good special teams again. We haven't had good special teams since 2015. I think that's the last time we've really had good special teams. Next is Joey. We need a call-in show. Yeah, I don't know, dude. As the channel's getting a little bit bigger now, like I have to watch out with these call-ins because people try to get the channel flagged and stuff. I don't know. Content creator call-ins, I'll do. Regular call-ins, it just depends. And if I know certain people well enough, so they're going to get a lot harder. They're going to get a lot harder. We didn't even do one this off season because of just issues with people and ruining streams. Or is it, they're really babysitting the boys out. Like, how much extra time do you need? Tanner said, I hope you're having a good day. You too, Tanner. Nate said, the thing I really do enjoy watching Hurts is like, I know he can take a hit and get right up. Wentz would take the worst hits, and I'd be terrified watching him in preseason games. Oh, yeah, it was bad. You remember some preseason games where he was getting hit too much and had to take him out? I remember those days. Doug said, I believe Smith will have more yards and Brown more receptions. What do you think? I think it'll be just like that, but I think by the end of the year this year, Smith will have more receptions and yards. Next is you and 500 doing a call-in show soon. I don't know. With everything going on now, we're probably once the season starts, we're not going to have a call-in. It's not going to happen just because we're going to be way too busy. We both have jobs. We both are very busy on the weekends. Like the weekends, I have no time to do stuff like that on the weekends. Between 4 streams plus videos, it's going to be tough. Yo, Joe, what's going on, man? Ron says, Joey, would you be surprised if Quez ended up leading the receiving core in yards? It probably wouldn't just because if Devonta Smith and AJ Brown get a lot of attention and Quez being on that number 3 corner, Quez could have had 1,000 yards, at least between 800 to 1,000 yards last year. Probably more than that. I'm telling you, Quez would have been a 1,000-yard receiver last year. But a lot of missed opportunity from Jalen Hurts. A lot of missed opportunity, unfortunately. So wouldn't really surprise me. I'd be very happy with that. I think he's going to be I think he's the most underrated player in our offense going into this year. So he says Rager might force Covey out if he performs at training camp. Interesting. Sierra Edwards says, I don't know, before we're taking turns throwing, maybe you could see more by looking at a video of practice. Well, that's whatever videos come out, that's they only put out a certain amount of videos, like, and these beat writers only record certain things, so I don't know what's going on. If I don't see it on an article report from them, or I don't see it on video, then I can't mention anything until like they actually show anything. G said that would be cool. Call and show. A lot of people. Nate said if either Devin Allen, Brent Covey make the team, punt returner are actually legit, that would be the cherry on top for this team. And I totally agree, man. I feel like they're going to be looking for. They're going to be looking for their guy. They're going to be looking for their guy at the punt return and kick return position. So Next says, yeah, man, I get that. Sucks, but I get it. I want to chop it up with you and not enough room to type. Yeah, dude, I get it, dude. Trust me. We will one day. We will. Can you see Smitty, Brown, and Quez will have 1,000 yards? No, not all of them. I could see 2 of them having 1,000, but not all 3. He says, Meadow, though, I saw you at Sills. We jumping fences. He got a lot of crap the other day, talking about Miles Sanders and talking about Jalen Hurts. He got a lot of crap the other day. He says, if Hurts doesn't develop this year, he got to go. Definitely. Even if he plays a little bit okay, even if he plays like, hey, he played okay this year, I still feel like it's not enough. He says, Joey, more relaxed. I'm always relaxed, dude. Meet a good GG, can't wait. Next is, yeah, I know, me too. I love Dan Silva, constant talk about Hurts, my head. Breach says, Jalen Reagor, 4 or 5, 2 touchdowns and all second team. Yeah, I mean, that was it. So, that was it. That's all that happened today. 2 touchdowns for Reagor. Positivity would be nice. The night shift is rough, man. The night shift is rough. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to get going. I'm only doing an hour today. I'm not going crazy today. I got some other stuff to do. But tomorrow, if there's no training camp tomorrow, if that's what the case is there training camp tomorrow? Because if there's no training camp tomorrow, then I'll have some other things for us to do. We'll definitely have a stream probably tomorrow night, most likely. Definitely subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't. Check out my training camp video I put out today on everything that happened and all that good stuff. Definitely check all that good stuff out. And that's pretty much it, guys. Like the stream if you guys have it on the way out. Definitely subscribe and we'll see you tomorrow. We'll be all right. So no training camp tomorrow. All right. I'm gonna look it up just to make sure. I'm just gonna make sure on that, and then by Friday we'll be back. But we're gonna definitely have a stream tomorrow. We'll have a couple hours. We'll do a couple hours of a stream tomorrow, and we'll get this thing rolling. All right, you guys have a fantastic day. I'll see you on the next one. SHAKESQUAD up, follow slide. Peace out, guys. Peace.